What's up, Xbox gaming community? This is your boy Sega Man back with another thoughts video that I've been thinking about um, this whole weekend. Actually, I've been listening to, and this video might take a little bit of time, but I want you guys to listen to this, man, if you will. I've been listening to a really good podcast with my brother Sega Forever and Unlimited Productions. You know, these cats really click, and they're talking about a lot of the Xbox hate with a lot of these guys out here that have, gaming channels. People out here hating on Xbox. Why all the hate? And I'm going to tell you my perspective of it and good videos from my brother Hebot. Hebot has done some excellent videos that I watched both of that were really great. It makes me go back and think back to those days of when that hate really started, because the hate didn't really honestly start in 2013. It started with the OG Xbox, because a lot of gamers that were on PlayStation and things like that, and just people that were in the business of software and different things like that, they didn't want Microsoft to come out with an Xbox. They're like, why is Microsoft getting into gaming? You know? So I believe the hate actually started back with the OG Xbox. I really believe that it started then, you know? And then it got a little bit of praise, and this is where I think it really exploded. Back in the day, the PlayStation 2 was the dominancy of gaming and consoles back in the day. It was. Even though I rocked out the Sega Saturn, um, which was one of my favorite Sega consoles. My all-time favorite Sega console of all time is the Sega Genesis. It always will be. You know, Hebot's favorite console of all time for Sega is Sega Saturn. But let me tell you, back then when I was still playing a Sega Saturn, you know, my friend had a PlayStation 1. He would always tease me about my Sega Saturn. Oh, the 3D games are really horrible looking. They're not as good as looking like he would swear up and down that Virtual Fighter 2 was garbage and Tekken was better. I beg to differ. Uh, Tekken was a cool game for PlayStation, but Virtual Fighter 2 was more fluent in the way that the characters moved. They were more fast paced. They weren't tight and boxy. You know, I played all the Tekkens on PlayStation 1, and when they fought like this. Like they were those rock'em sock'em robots. They were real tight, real boxy, just real tight. They weren't as fluent as the Virtual Fighter games that were on the Sega Saturn. I know this because I still have both systems, and I've played these games. Virtual Fighter, in my opinion, was a better fighting game than Tekken. I know a lot of people love Tekken, and that's fine. But I'm sorry, in my opinion, it just didn't have it could not compete with Virtual Fighter 2. Virtual Fighter 2 was so fluent in its movement. The graphics were very smooth, the polygons, it was awesome. It was awesome for that time era with the Sega Saturn, okay? And he used to tease me about that constantly. I would go over there and watch him play his PlayStation 1 and hang out with him. He had a lot of burnt PlayStation games because he didn't buy that's how it was. That it was really the mod system back then that it got modded so much it still gets modded today the most. But yeah, and he would always swear up and down my Sega Saturn's, oh man, that's the graphics are horrible, and your games are the racing game, and like he would swear up and down Gran Turismo was better than Sega Rally. That's fine, that's his opinion, but I never folded. That's one thing about me as a gamer and a collector that I've been collecting for a long time, that I never folded. I never went out and bought a PlayStation. I acquired a PlayStation later at a thrift store for $10. That's the truth. The big gray one, I found it for $10, and that's when I added it to my collection. I never folded. I kept playing my Sega Saturn. Just like I keep playing my Xbox series of consoles today. You see, when PlayStation 2 was out, honestly, there was nothing that could beat it. When the Xbox came out, um, the GameCube, it had competition. The Xbox OG was better than the PlayStation 2. You can say whatever you want to say about it. I know it might have had a ton more games because it's been out more and it used memory cards and stuff. The original OG Xbox came out with a built in hard drive. You can play and burn your CDs into it and play it along with the games that you were playing in the system. It also had, yeah, it had a DVD player, and so did the PlayStation 2. Okay, but it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. And back then, the OG Xbox didn't even get the credit it was deserved, for the first Xbox. Now, it wasn't hated on as much as when we go to the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 was ahead of the competition and was killing Sony with the PlayStation 3. That's where I believe a lot of the hate for Xbox really exploded, was in the 360 era. A lot of the PlayStation fans hated Xbox 360. They hated it because it was the darling system. It was the easiest to develop for. It was number one. I don't care what anybody says. If PlayStation 3 caught up later, that's fine. It was already too late in the game. The Xbox 360 was the superior console over the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 was harder to develop for. The PlayStation 3 costed a lot more money to buy. The Xbox 360 didn't. For all you guys out there that think that Call of Duty belonged to PlayStation and Sony, you're wrong. Call of Duty got its notoriety on a 360. It wasn't PlayStation at all. Call of Duty got real big because of one thing, the Xbox 360. It wasn't the PlayStation 3. When people played Call of Duty, they played it on the Xbox 360. All of them. It was not PlayStation. So for you guys out there that are maybe younger and you don't know, the older guys know, but they don't want to admit it. Maybe they want to be part of the toxicity out here. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, the Xbox 360 made Call of Duty what it is today. All right? It did. It started on Xbox 360. A lot of the hate started back then because it was dominating. It was the dominant system. Everybody was playing Xbox 360. Everybody was developing for Xbox 360. More. That's where that hate came from. In my opinion, it started in the 360 days. And as time went on, and you got the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, it kind of changed up. They did a smart business move by taking their camera out because they were going to do the same thing as Xbox One by putting their camera in like they put in their Kinect. Okay? They took it out and they made it, I think they made it cheaper if I'm correct. Okay? And that's how they won that generation, although they didn't have the better lineup of games. It was Xbox One that did. Yes, they made in front of it. They called it the 720p box, the Frankenstein VCR box, and there's people that call it the X-Bone and still mock and make fun of the system today, even though it's gone. A lot of that hate started back then. Now that Microsoft is on top again, which they are, and they have these studios, it's always something to try to keep that hate going from the 360 era. Now Call of Duty's not good anymore because now we own Activision and Blizzard. Now it's not any good anymore that it's under Xbox's umbrella. And even though Phil Spencer has been beaten out of his last breath saying that they weren't taking COD away from PlayStation. Phil Spencer, in my opinion, is too nice, and that's a good thing for all gamers, and I understand that, but he's way too nice in my opinion. Okay, and like I said, he said we're not trying to take it away from PlayStation. It's going to be on Nintendo, but you best believe when those games are on there, Microsoft is making money. So you can't say that Microsoft and Xbox is being mean or taking everything away when you still got the game. But yes, you're going to be paying Microsoft when you buy those games. They get part of that money because now Activision is under Microsoft and Xbox, and you can be mad and hateful all you want about it. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. You still have people out here like today with they hate because of Starfield. You know, being the number one game out there right now, it's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is not the number one game. It just isn't. It's not. Starfield is. Okay? In reality, Starfield is number one. It is, in my opinion, game of the year. You know? You got great games that came out like Forza Motorsport that's on my screen here. The best simulating racing game ever made, in my opinion. The flagship of racing car games is Forza Motorsport. And they tried they tried to tear down and break down that. Anything that Xbox fans like or enjoy, they try to tear down. So the hate's been out here since OG Xbox. It has. Sony's business practices and the way that he treats PlayStation consumers is wrong, and you guys know that. You guys know that deep down inside. That's why lying Jim Ryan, in my opinion, is one of the reasons why I stepped down. I don't care what anybody else says. This is my opinion. Okay? And in reality, they can't win. They put themselves in that company in that predicament is why they can't win. They did it to themselves. It wasn't us as Xbox fans as Ebot, me, E-Rock Unlimited, Sega Forever, Tuckmaster, Dea4568, Other Zinc, 100, just to name a few. It wasn't us that did it. We love Xbox. That's our console of choice. We bleed green. Okay, so we have every right to come out and do videos and do podcasts about Sony and the toxicity that the Sony trolls do out there. I call them pony junkies. A lot of people call them pony bots, you know. But this is what they do. Then they go back to the same old stuff. You know, these guys are so predictable, it's not funny. When anything that Microsoft brings out, let's go back to see how many PlayStation 5s sold. Because they have nothing. Because they know that we have everything right now and they have nothing. Okay? Because all they keep doing to their customers, which is a damn shame, is not offering them any good incentives to when they have their own kind of copycat, their copycat Game Pass. It's still not better than their original Game Pass where it started at on Xbox. It's not. Their backwards compatibility is garbage. You guys know that. I can put in an old school OG Xbox 360 game right into my Series X and play it right now with no extra cost. Sony is making you buy games over again with a lot of remakes for $70. You can't get true backwards compatibility. You can't put a PlayStation 3 game into your PlayStation 5 right now, can you? You can't put a PlayStation 2 game in your PlayStation 5 right now, can you? You can't. Could you put PlayStation 2 games inside of a PS4 and play it? I don't believe you could. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, in the comment sections, let me know. Could you put a PlayStation 1 game in a PS4 and play it? Or did they just make you buy them over again? See, they're not worried about you as a consumer. They're worried about their pockets. That's it. Microsoft, yes, they're out here to make money with the Xbox, but they care about their consumers. They care about the Xbox gamers. That's why we got Bethesda ZeniMax. That's why we got Activision Blizzard. That's why we got Microsoft Studios and we got the Initiative and different things like that and great things coming with Playground Games and different things like that, okay? Because they realized they needed to build a big portfolio for their consumers and their fans of Xbox, which is us, okay? And you might, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of the Sony trolls out here, they can tear down some some of the Xbox community that are weak. Always worried about the bias awards and what Jackoff Keeley is doing. When you know good and goddamn well as a human being that he's doing wrong what he's doing when it comes to those bias awards. You know, because you guys know that he's an eccentric Sony um, penis puller. That's what he is. That's why he's Jackoff Keeley. He does not like Xbox. He doesn't. I think he does like Nintendo, but his main thing is Sony. It's not a real gaming awards, guys. It's not. It's not for the gamers. It's catered to one fan base, which is Sony. Okay, so in all reality, just call it the PlayStation Awards. Okay, the PlayStation Bias Awards. Jackoff Keeley. Call it that. You're not for Xbox, and I believe you're not really for Nintendo. Yes, you might have Zelda in there and stuff like that, but I think deep down you're just for PlayStation. And that's fine. You do you, okay? We're Xbox fans. We deserve our own gaming awards. Games like Forza Motorsport, games like Starfield deserve to be in a true gaming awards in a category. They do. A lot of hard work goes into these games. And they deserve to win. Okay? They deserve to win. And your biasy stops that from happening. So to all the gamers out there that watch Sega Man and my crew, like Unlimited, Hebot, E-Rock, all of us, we're a cohesive unit. Sega Forever, Tuck, all of us, do not support the bias awards with Jackoff Keeley. Because he does not care about anything that Xbox has to offer. They're the only console company that plays the nicest out of all of them. It's Microsoft. And you guys know why. You cannot destroy Microsoft. You cannot make their games go away. You cannot make the Series X or S or Xboxes go away. The gaming division go away. The Surface, whatever. We have the money. We do have the money to destroy both companies. Okay? And I'm not trying to be mean. If Microsoft wanted to, they can destroy them and only be the only gaming console and software in existence. And you guys know that. Microsoft money is that long. You can't beat the juggernaut. Okay? You can't. All right? They're playing nice. They're trying to offer things to you. You didn't want to take it. You wanted to go to court. You wanted to be upset about it. Sony showed their true identity when this Activision thing was going through. Everybody seen it. We did videos on it. We did podcasts on it about crying Jim Ryan because he just wanted to see Xbox fail. For the life of me, as an American gamer, okay, another American, why would you want to see an American system fall? I don't understand that. What are they doing so bad that you would like to see them fall? Okay, everybody doesn't like Japanese X games, okay? They don't. There's people that like Call of Duty, that like Gears of War, different games like that. Everybody doesn't like RPGs, okay? Everybody doesn't like some of those weird, really weird Japanese games. If you like that, that's fine. Okay, that's Japanese are different. It's a different culture, it's different. I understand that, but everybody does not like that. Why would you want to see an American company fall is what I don't understand. I don't understand that. Those companies, those Sony companies, like the PlayStation and stuff like that, they really do not care about their consumers, guys. They don't. You would have true backwards compatibility if they cared about their consumers. You would. You would have a better offering with your copycat game PlayStation Game Pass. Okay, they copycat everything that Microsoft does. You know why? Because Microsoft is the better business, and they know that. You can't copy and perfect it better than who came out with it, which was Microsoft with Ultimate Game Pass and Xbox. It's not going to be the same. You have to put your games in their day and date. Your brand new exclusives in their day and date. Your Spider-Mans, your God of Wars, your Last of Us, whatever. Uncharted, whatever. You have to put them in day and date. Don't charge no $70. Don't charge no $70. Put them in day and date. Like Xbox does, but you will not do that. Nintendo's not going to do that either. The only company that's doing that is Microsoft and Xbox. It is the best value for your buck. There is no other company out there that offers you more. There isn't. A lot of people are coming around and seeing that. Now, those guys that claimed to be for Xbox back in the day and went over to the PlayStation, you just stay right over there. Okay? You will never be accepted on a true side, the true Xbox side, the true gamers of Xbox like me and E-Rock and Hebot and all of us. Okay? You were frauds. You were frauds. You went where you thought it was. You wanted to make money, I guess, off of YouTube, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Okay, but you're part of the problem. You guys are Mayonnaise Gamer, uh, Mooch, what's his name? Jism Gordon, and guys like that. Even Z, man, my man Z, man, you all I gotta say, Z, do you, Z? Just I don't know about Z. Whatever. Do you, Z? You was wrong by doing that. And D Batch? Really, dude? You guys help this to happen. You guys helped this to happen because you wanted to go where everybody else was. I think some of you got bullied into doing that, Made made you feel bad to be an Xbox player. So you went to the crumb side. Now that Xbox is on top, you want to come back. Like I said, guys, the Xbox hate has been around since OG Xbox. And you got true Xbox gamers out here that stood tall and stood with Xbox. You got Deploy 619. You got Smitty Smith, Rain G4. All these great guys out here. You know what I'm saying? All these guys out here that rock out with us in the chat. They're there all the time. Diehard Xbox fans and have great knowledge Google Poll. All these great guys out here, man. They're always rocking out with us. And there is Xbox guys out there that don't like other Xbox guys. There's guys out there that are on Xbox that don't like me, but I don't care. I'm myself. My channel is original, and I'm not trying to be like anybody else. If you don't like me and you don't like my content, and you think I don't know what I'm talking about or I don't know what I'm doing, then the hell with you. I don't care about you. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm not going to lose no sleep over you. Put it that way. I'm not going to lose no sleep over you at all. You know what I mean? If you don't like my channel and what I have to offer or what I rock out, bounce. You can bounce. That don't mean nothing to me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me, but I'm just letting you know that it doesn't bother me. I know there's Xbox dudes out there that don't think I'm good enough or I don't know what I'm talking about or different things. That trust me, I know. I know who they are too. I know who some of them are too, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. I don't care, man. It's not going to stop me from making my videos. It's not going to stop me from doing the Outlaws of Xbox podcast and rocking out with my brothers. Okay, it's not. You know, I have the games to back it up. I'm a collector. I'm gonna have more than a lot of you have that are Xbox eccentric guys out there that rock out Xbox. I have more games than you have, and I have way more better collection than you'll ever have. But I don't go out here flaunting that. My games are worth more than your whole Xbox collection. I have a few games that are probably worth more than half of your Xbox collection. You know, but I don't go out. I don't do that. Okay, I know what my stuff is worth. Trust me. I got two Sega Saturns. I got two Sega Dreamcasts. I got a 3DO. Okay, I got a TurboGrafx 16. Two Atari Lynx. These are expensive systems. I have over, I don't know, I can't remember last time I count, maybe 80 Sega Saturn games. But I don't go out doing that, guys. I'm an OG out here. OG should be respected out here in the gaming community. And I have an opinion just like everybody else. And that should be respected. When Hebot comes out here and talks about that, E-Rock, 100, Others Inc., The Realists, all these guys, Tuckmaster, they have done Tuckmaster dirty. They think Tuckmaster don't know what he's talking about or making in front of him. He's my brother. That's my brother. He's an Xbox brother, man. He's family, and he'll always be with me and the crew. Got to give a lot of respect out to Tuckmaster, man. He does the best that he can, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to gaming. T Reaper, people like T Reaper, brother T Reaper, Sega Forever. Like I said, the video him and Unlimited are doing was great. It was great chemistry. To hear those guys talking about Texas, talking about different things, and also talking about gaming, those guys click. That's why we're a cohesive unit and nothing will ever break us up. Brother E-Rock is so original, and we're bringing back the Exile podcast, man. We got so much hate from a lot of people out here, man, during these times. From Video Gay Lover and different people like that. You know what I mean? You know, that's so real with Hebot. I'm sorry, Video Game Lover. Let me not say that anymore. Video Game Lover. We got a lot of hate from him too. Okay, but we never changed. I got a lot of hate from him. I got a lot of hate from him, but it never changed me. It never changed who I am. You know, which is a diehard Xbox fan, baby. And I'm not gonna stop. Like I'm in this video here. If my Series X Xbox was to go away, which I know it won't, if it was to fall and go away, I'm still going to be an Xbox fan. I'm still going to play my games that I can play. I'm not going to go out and buy a PlayStation. Let's say PlayStation was still in existence and Xbox went away. I'm not going to go out and buy a PlayStation. Let me tell you why. When the Sega Dreamcast went away, I didn't go out and buy PlayStation 2. You dig? So now you know where I'm coming from. I'm not going to go out and buy a system that I don't like because everybody else is playing it. If that's what you like, that's fine. It's not my system of choice. It's not my console of choice. It is Xbox. The best box, in my opinion. So, Xbox community, keep that Teflon vest on and keep fighting out here in the gaming community, man. Because we are the real winners of gaming. When it comes to value, we're the best. We got fantastic, great games like Forza Motorsport and Starfield. We got Hellblade 2 that's going to be coming out. Perfect Dark. We got a lot of games coming out. Spider-Man is not the end-all, be-all of gaming. It's not. It's not. God of War is not the end-all, be-all. The Last of Us and Uncharted is not the end-all, be-all. We have new games to play all the time on Ultimate Game Pass every other week. What does the other competition have for you to play every other week? Can you name that in the comment section? Brand new games coming to Game Pass. And if there's some games that come to Game Pass that do come out over there, they have to pay for it. It's not in their subscription service. They have to pay for it. The value for Ultimate Game Pass is undeniable. You can afford it. It's better than paying $70, right? Paying $15.99. Let's say it went up to $20. Let's say it went up to $19.99, right? It's still worth paying for Ultimate Game Pass because you're getting way over $70 worth of content and gaming when it goes in there. When those games go in there, way more than you think, way more. And that's another reason why they hate us and they hate Xbox, because we have Ultimate Game Pass that destroys what they have over there with PlayStation Spartacus. All right? And they'll never admit that. That's why I think Xbox gets a lot of hate. But like I said, a lot of us never turncoded. Sega Forever said he'll never buy a PlayStation. Others Inc. defends it to the end. Xbox, man. So does Tuck. So does a lot of us, man. So you got people like in Kind of Funny Games. What I forgot the guy's name right now. Paris Lilly and all those guys or whatever. He's on the Xbox. These guys are clowns. They're PlayStation guys. Okay. If you are a true Xbox fan, let's say you just like Xbox. Okay. You want to focus just on Xbox, then you need to listen to true Xbox box podcasts like uh, the Unlimited Truth, the Outlaws of Xbox podcast, Day One podcast with 100, the Dragon's Den with Tuck. We got next with Hebot. When we do it with our brother Hebot, his podcast, the Exile podcast that I'm help bring back. People like us, man. You know, we're true Xbox podcast. You know, and I got to listen to my brother Hebot. Uh, I think from now on, I'm just gonna mention people that mention me in the Xbox gaming community because there's Xbox, podcasts out there that don't even mention us at all. You know, go check out Sega Man, go check out Hebot, go check out Unlimited. They don't mention us. So for now on, I'm not going to mention them at all. I wish them well with their podcasts and their shows. That's fine. I have no ill will towards them, but I will never mention them again. I'm going to stick by that. I'm only going to stick by people who stick by us, man. 100%. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not giving no more shots out to people that don't want to shout us out or say go check out their podcast. Some of them might forget the name of my podcast or something, but say go check out Sega Man's podcast. Go check out Hebot's podcast. Go check his channel. Go check out Unlimited. Go check out 100. People like that. Promote the true podcast of Xbox. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get out of here. I wanted to make this video. I know it went a little long, but if you rock out with your boy Sega Man, you'll listen to this video to the end. Shouts out to the chat that supports us, like Smitty Smith and Google Poll, and there's just so many brothers that are out there that support us. Big shouts out to all of you. Even if I don't name all of you, you guys know I love you guys. You guys keep us going, and you guys keep it happening in our podcast, man. And we love and respect and are humble to each and every one of you that come and rock out with us, man. I have a lot of respect for my chat. I do. And when I try, I give stuff away. If they take it, that's fine. If they don't, but I still try to give codes away, different things like that to the gaming community, the Xbox gaming community. And I give back for free. I don't ask for nothing, and I don't want nothing. I have to give a big, huge shout out before I close this out to my brother, Poseidon. You're the best, man. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me, brother. I really appreciate it. He's another guy that's very passionate about Xbox gaming and collecting. He's a collector of video games, and I want to meet that brother, and I'm going to try to make it happen with Hebot. He gifts me stuff. He doesn't have to do that. He does it out the kindness of his heart. And I try to gift him back, and he tells me no all the time. That's a genuine, true man gamer. Poseidon. So big shouts out to you, Poseidon. Happy holidays to you, brother. You and your family. Much respect from your brother Sega Man. And I really appreciate everything you do for me, brother. And hopefully one day I want you to do a podcast with me talking about our Sega Saturn games, man. Please, one day let's get together and do a podcast talking about our Sega Saturn games. Me, you, Hebot. Let's get together and do that, man. I know you might be a little camera shy. I was when I first started, or something like that. But brother, I would really like to collaborate with you, Hebot, Sega Forever. Let's do a podcast together and show and talk about our Sega Saturn collection, man, because I know you love Saturn too. All right, so guys, have a happy Thanksgiving, happy holiday. I might try to do a podcast. I wanted to do one last night with Brother Hebot. I might try to do one later on today. This video is going to go up today. If I don't do a podcast today, maybe I'll try during the week of Thanksgiving because I'm off a couple days. Maybe Black Friday I'll do a nice podcast with you guys because I'm doing a lot of family things right now, and it's my family comes first, so I can't really do a podcast, and I'm sorry for that. I don't want you guys to think I'm dropping off. I'm not, but I have a family, and my family comes first. So um, that's one of the reasons why I don't do it. My family comes first, and then my podcast, guys. I know you guys understand that because you have family and also wife and kids. So it's still here. It's always going to be here. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I wanted to just do this video about Xbox hate, and I think why people hate Xbox. Because they hate that true Xbox fans and gamers are happy right now. They want us to be mad, sad, and, be depressed like they are. Because their company of choice is not giving them what they want for the value of their buck. Peace and love. Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die, we multiply. And remember, We're always eating good over here. I will always say that, man. We're eating so good over here. It's unbelievable. You know, we're eating really good over here on the Xbox side. And remember, guys, there never will be no power greater than X. Peace, guys.